They called it the most unexpected love story in Nollywood. A young, beautiful actress, barely out of her teens, and a powerful billionaire politician old enough to be her father. Regina Daniels and Ned Nwoko. Their marriage shocked a nation, divided fans, and sparked one of the loudest conversations about love, fame, and power in modern Nigeria. But as the years rolled by, something darker began to surface beneath the glamour. Whispers turned into questions. Questions turned into rumors. And now Nigerians are asking the same haunting question. Was Regina Daniels' marriage ever about love? Or was it a political strategy from the very start? From the moment she said yes, her world changed overnight. She went from a movie star to a billionaire's wife, surrounded by bodyguards, politics, and influence. Her youthful smile suddenly had political weight behind it. Ned Nwoko was not just any man. He was a politician with ambition, one who understood the power of image. He didn't just marry a woman, he married a brand. Regina was young, loved, and admired, the perfect symbol of youth, innocence, and modern Nigeria. And through her, Ned's name found new life in social media trends, entertainment blogs, and public admiration. To the public, it looked like a fairy tale, a man with power finding love in the arms of a rising star. But to those who watched closely, it was more like a chessboard, where every move was calculated, every smile was strategic, and every photo served a purpose. Was Ned using Regina's fame to rebrand himself? Was this marriage a political PR stunt masked as romance? Or was it something far more complicated? A deal between love, ambition, and survival. In this investigation, we'll peel back the layers behind the smiles, the private jets, and the luxury mansions to reveal the story of a marriage that might have started as love, but turned into political theater. After the wedding, the transformation was almost instant. Regina Daniels wasn't just an actress anymore. She was now a symbol. Her face was everywhere, from luxury magazine covers to campaign events. Her social media posts no longer centered around movie premieres. They now revolved around her husband's political projects, charity foundations, and speeches. Many people noticed it. This wasn't just a love story, it was branding in motion. Regina became the soft, beautiful edge to Ned Nwoko's hard political image. He had always been known as a serious, powerful man, but through her, he suddenly became relatable, even admirable. He wasn't just a politician anymore. He was a man who had captured the heart of a young superstar. That story alone was enough to soften his reputation and build a bridge between his world of politics and her world of entertainment. Whenever Regina appeared at political events, the crowd responded differently. People smiled more, took pictures, and talked about how young love could exist even in high places. But every flash of the camera, every perfect couple photo, felt carefully staged, like scenes in a political campaign disguised as family moments. Behind the lenses, insiders whispered that Regina's presence wasn't just coincidence, it was strategy. She brought youth appeal, feminine charm, and media attention, everything that helped Ned repackage his public image. Some even claimed that she was advised to post selectively, only moments that portrayed power, stability, and unity. But slowly, the mask began to slip. Regina appeared less frequently in Nollywood movies, her independence shrinking as her husband's visibility grew. She became the face of his ambitions, standing beside him during speeches, smiling on cue, and promoting his causes. And as Ned's political career gained traction, Regina's silence grew louder. Friends whispered that she was being controlled, that her freedom was fading, and that her once glowing smile was starting to look forced. In public, she looked like a queen, but behind closed doors, some said she was a prisoner in a royal palace. By 2025, the perfect image had shattered. For years, Nigerians had admired the couple's luxury life, the vacations, the mansion tours, the happy wife posts. But suddenly, Regina Daniels' silence broke, and the truth began to spill out like wildfire. In a shocking revelation, Regina reportedly confessed that she was never legally married to Ned Nwoko. There were no court documents, no formal registration, only traditional rights and a grand public illusion. That single confession changed everything. It meant that what millions of people celebrated as a wedding might have not been more than a show, a well-orchestrated performance to make a powerful man look human, relatable, and trustworthy. She went further, revealing that she felt manipulated and emotionally trapped, that Ned allegedly controlled her access to the outside world, seized her devices, and even held private recordings to keep her silent. Those claims painted a chilling picture of what life behind the mansion gates might have really been like. Suddenly, all the lavish pictures that once symbolized success started to look like props in a political movie. Regina's youth and fame had bought Ned more than companionship. It had bought him credibility, affection from the masses, and a media glow that money alone could never create. But when Regina began to speak, that glow dimmed. The power dynamics flipped. The trophy wife turned into a whistleblower. In the end, their story stopped being about love. It became a lesson in politics, power, and image. Regina Daniels was no longer just a Nollywood actress or a billionaire's wife. She became a symbol of how easily love can be turned into a strategy, and how the brightest smile can hide years of silence. So, was Regina Daniels' marriage a political strategy from the start? Maybe it was. Maybe it was both, a mix of love and ambition. But one truth stands clear. When love becomes part of a campaign, it stops being love and starts being business. Her silence once protected his image. Her truth now threatens to destroy it. And in that truth, Regina Daniels may have finally done the most political thing of all. She took back her voice.
In the end, Regina Daniels' story isn't just about love or politics. It's about what happens when fame becomes currency, when beauty and youth are traded for power and control. She was the actress who captured millions of hearts, yet somehow lost her own in the process. She lived in luxury, but her soul seemed locked behind golden gates. And when the truth began to surface, it wasn't just a scandal. It was a mirror reflecting everything wrong with how power uses people, especially women, to build its image. Regina Daniels may have walked into that marriage with hope, but she walked out with something far more valuable: awareness. She's not just another celebrity wife turned victim. She's a woman who dared to expose the cracks in a perfect story. Because sometimes silence is loyalty, but when silence begins to kill you, speaking becomes survival. So maybe this was never a love story at all. Maybe it was a political script, and Regina was just the leading lady who decided to rewrite her ending. And if you learned one thing from this story, it's that behind every smile you see online, there might just be a secret deal waiting to be exposed. And remember, in the world of fame and politics, love isn't always what it seems.